Just taking a thumbnail. Hey, it's Merita. Welcome back to my channel. If you don't know me, my name is Merita and I make videos on personal growth and intentional living. And today's video is a little bit more vulnerable because I really want to share my story of how far I've come and what I do, and the story behind my purpose of creating this YouTube channel. And I hope this story inspires you and makes you know a bit about me. I'm actually a very kind of private person and I don't like sharing my thoughts and feelings with other people much, but this video has to be made because it is part of my journey and I want you to get the full picture of why I do what I do, and hopefully you get what I'm trying to do here on YouTube. And so my story began in 2015 when I first started going to university. Before university, I had no career goals. I don't know where to go, which path to go. I wasn't living a very purposeful life as opposed to I am now. I was kind of innocent and insecure, and I had no long-term life goals, and which led me to feeling very lost and insecure. And so my dad and my cousin kind of recommend me to study 2 universities. The first one is IFL and the second one is University of Cambodia, UC. And so I followed them without knowing much about universities, and so I studied 2 universities. For IFL, I majored in English. At UC, I majored in finance and banking because I thought every industry needs finance, and so if I studied finance, I can work in any jobs that is available. And so it didn't felt right. I could sense that something's gonna happen because I didn't really enjoy the school that I was going to. I didn't like the environment. I dreaded going to schools, but I ignored it anyway and listened to my dad. And so I thought, so before university, I thought that life was gonna be so much more fun. I'm gonna have so much freedom. I'm gonna enjoy university life. I'm gonna hang out with my friends, go out and have fun. But everything happened like the opposite of what I had expected. There was so much work, so much assignments, presentations, and to me, putting effort in those activities really meant anxiety because I've never used to putting so much effort in school. When I was in high school, I was kind of laid back. So I studied at IFL in the morning, and in the afternoon I studied at UC, and so it was a lot of work for me. It's a very common thing for Cambodian students to do, to go to 2 universities at the same time, and that wasn't right for me. I didn't like doing that. So going to 2 universities at the same time made me felt like I couldn't breathe. I didn't have my me time. On the weekends, I have to meet up with my friends and finish schoolwork, working on assignments almost every weekend, and that's really kind of go out of my boundaries. I really value my me time, which is when I rest and reflect on life. I really need my me time to stay sane and live my life. So then I decided to drop out of UC, and so I only studied in the morning, and in the afternoon I can stay home and rest and focus more on IFL because that was my mindset. I thought I could just stop studying one school and focus more on my other school, and I thought that that was gonna help me and make things better, but it didn't. So I studied only at IFL for 2 more years until I was in my 3rd year. Started working out really hard because I wanted to lose weight and fit into my uniform, and so I worked out too hard, which made me had a sports injury on my sciatic nerve. So I had sciatic pain and waist pain, a lot of pain in my back and my waist and on my body in general. So I couldn't sit, so I couldn't go to school, so I suspended from school to stay at home and get treatment for my sciatic pain. And so that was the end of my journey of going to university. I suspended from school, and after a year I recovered, but I decided not to go back to school because I realized that the journey is as important as the destination. I didn't like what I was doing in school. I realized that it wasn't my path of pursuing a traditional 9-to-5 jobs. I realized that I couldn't do something much better, and I didn't like what I was doing, so I decided to drop out of school completely. So I officially became a college dropout, I guess. But it's better to not do something that you don't like for the rest of your life than to just stop and pursuing something better. But the thing is, throughout this whole hard times, this journey, this dark night of the soul, it was a blessing in disguise, because I've found personal growth, personal development, and self-help. It led me to my self-help journey. I'm so much better than I was back then. I've developed grit, which is my perseverance in going through life. I'm a much stronger person now. Because of my hard times and journey, I listen to a lot of podcasts, and which made me expand my knowledge and overcome my self-doubt. I learned a lot about life, and I got so much wisdom from Oprah's podcast. And so for my channel, I really want to inspire others, motivate, encourage others to live a better life instead of just focusing on their struggles. I want them to make use of their potential, which is what drives me to make videos. Even though I don't like the idea of putting myself out there, I'm the kind of person who don't like putting attention on myself. I just want to blend with the background. And so doing YouTube, I have to step up and speak my truth and putting myself out there. And so my struggles pushes me to do something better in life. I'm so glad that I'm the person that I am today because of my hardships. Yeah, that's kind of my story. Of course, I didn't share every single detail of my story because it's kind of personal. I just hope that you get the idea of why I'm here on YouTube. I hope you get me, and if you enjoyed watching this video, give it a like and subscribe to my channel if you want to follow along my journey. Thank you for listening, and I will see you in my next video. Bye! Ta-da! Yeah! Bye! Just taking a thumbnail. No! He smells so good. Okay, let's take a thumbnail.